Hello everyone, welcome back to the Red Pearls of Borneo. The game has been updated again, and I believe, hold on. Look at it! Look at it! It's amazing! Okay, so the times have been moved to the top. So there's this one time at the top, and it stays there when you scroll down. That makes it much clearer as well when you're like halfway down the list. That's nice. And look at this. This is going to be the most amazing thing ever. Rooms, guests. Okay, so we're currently looking per room. And now we're looking per guest. Holy moly. Oh, it goes red when they die, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. That's very good. So, okay, so we can see, like, based on the color, that indicates the particular room they were in. So we can sort of see visually also, like, when we're lots of people in the same space at the same time, that kind of stuff. That's so nice. It's so nice. And so we can use this as a way of tracking an individual person. Okay, so this person was in the veranda, and then went to the croquet lawn, then the veranda, then dining room, then to her room, and then to the veranda. And then eventually, I guess we're going to fill in this bit still, but died in the boathouse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's going to be so useful. All right. Awesome. Also, I noticed the top of this has changed. It's like showing the map there. Does it? I guess maybe that's just to be a kind of visual indicator that the map is up there. These are the ones that are solid, the rooms that are done. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Documents. Is that... This is a you haven't read it thing, right? But because the game's been updated... How do I get back out of this? Down the bottom? Yeah, okay. The game's been updated, so it doesn't know I have read them. Oh. Okay, that's handy. I don't know... Did it ever trip me up? Maybe I did accidentally leave one a long time without realizing that I hadn't read it. But maybe that was based on some other feedback. Not from me. Okay. Oh gosh, I guess there's rooms I've never clicked on. Loon's room, the young mistress's room. It's kind of funny though, because you can get to it from here, in which case it doesn't do that thing. So you have to go to the map and then click on it to get that little... you know, that introduction to the room. So apparently we completed this one anyway. What were we doing last time? Wait, so timeline up here, what is that again? That's the timeline of this room, right? Okay, because everything is changing around me, it does that does add a little extra confusion sometimes, because it's like, okay, wait, what do these buttons do? Have they changed? No, that hasn't changed. That was the same as before. But okay. So what are we wanting to do next? What are we wanting to do next? Well, I mean, this has made me realize, you know what the next step of making this amazing is? The next step is making it so that you can, on the map, see people's routes. So each person would be represented by a different color line or something like that, and there'd be like lines going from one place to another, and then you'd have a timeline at the bottom that you could hover over, and depending on which bit you hover over, it puts a dot, like whatever time you hover over, it puts a dot at the position along each person's line that they are at. It could even be, it doesn't have to be a dot, it could be their like photo or whatever, like a small picture, and then you'd be able to scrub along that timeline and see them all moving along on the map. I guess if I'm giving feedback that's getting like added into the game, I'm just gonna keep requesting stuff. That would be very cool. I guess the cool thing is, like, I'm pretty sure I read that the developer is working on the sequel for this game, so I suppose like a lot of the stuff will make it into the sequel. Anyway, okay. What's next? Like almost everybody's dead. No, that's not true, but. So yeah, actually, I'm going to use this immediately. Who are we missing where? Oh, so interestingly, when I scroll here, it scrolls the background. I guess there aren't enough people here to scroll. This is everything. So we're missing Kanan then. Oh, this is so much nicer. I could just like see like who am I missing where, like at what times. We're missing Teresa there, but I think we did check whether you went straight to your room. I don't think you did. I think you talked. Where were you? Secluded beach. How did you get there? You left with Teresa at that time. So I think they were together at that time, but then you headed to the beach. So then Canon and Asia were missing here. Oh, isn't that because I think they interacted with the mysterious person at that time? I think that's true. It has been a few days since I last played, so it's once again a time when I'm going to remind myself what's going on and what I've missed. And then Asia we are missing after that, but when do we think Asia died? Don't we have a note of that? Guess. Okay, and it says who's deceased up here. I think that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. Asia's at railway. She dies around there. Wait, what time was that? That was Tuesday, 10 o'clock. Asia, 10 o'clock would be then. That's, I guess I can't click on it because it's not a scene. 10 o'clock at the railway. And yeah, we have a partial there. Is that the scene she dies in? I think we use this, don't we? Yeah. Uh-huh. And shoots, I think she dies there. Okay, so let's put that in as well. Okay. Dies. Full stop. So we do need to fill in between there and so between 10 o'clock and... Well, you know what else would be useful? If it had like a little note symbol here to say whether I noted this time for this person, because then I could see like, oh yeah, like without, because if I'm just like on like this time and looking at that view, I can't see like when it was that I've noted down that she died. But if there was a little thing there, or if I had a way of like marking them with a particular symbol or something, that'd be amazing. To be clear, because I know the developer is still watching, I'm not actually saying like these need to go into this game. It's just feedback, and then like I guess maybe it's like something to consider for future games or for other people making similar games or whatever. Anyway, like honestly, I think the stuff that has changed is like such a big improvement. But the main thing I would do now, rather than like add more and more things, even though there are some more things that would be useful, is like mostly focus on clarifying like structure of the interface, like using hierarchy and like the Gestalt principles and all that stuff to convey structure in a clean way. Like right now there's quite a lot of like, I guess the map is the top level, but it feels weird for the map to be the top level because I'm rarely there. Like I think I've said it before, like I kind of think that the timeline feels like the main screen. Yet this is like, in the current structure, it's like 3 levels deep. Like the map is the top level, and this is the other level, and then this is the third level. And you also get, because of like, we're 3 levels in, but then we can add this on top, and then we can add this on top. You've got like 5 levels deep of modal dialogue boxes or whatever, but yeah, like I think that is the main thing, is that it could definitely be like tidied up so that you have less like nesting of interfaces, and also where I guess there's like 3 things. Like one is like less nesting. I always hate when I say 3 things and then I've got to try and remember what those 3 things were. I had 3 things in my mind. Less nesting, improve like hierarchy in terms of like what is the like what should be at the top level and what's nested below that, and then the third thing is like having fewer like redundant ways to get to the same thing. Like ideally there'd be like just like one way to get to a thing. So I still think it's odd that there's this list and this list here. And the hierarchy also applies to just like where things are on the screen. Because like right now, these are given equal. This is a Gestalt principle thing for sure. Like these are given equal positioning on here. Like visually, these look identical to each other. Yet actually, they do three quite different things. These two are kind of similar in that they pop up this kind of dialogue. And they do both have a close button in the top right, so that's at least consistent. Although one of them's got a dark brown header and the other one's got no header. So that's a bit random and different. So those two are at least kind of similar in that sense, but then this is a drop down that changes the room, which is like a completely different thing to those things. This is like a property of this page. So this positioning feels a lot better for that. But yeah, like when you put things next to each other like this and like they look exactly the same as each other in the same list as each other and the spacing between them is identical, etc. What you're saying is that these are like similar things to each other, but then they're not. And that makes things surprising. And then, yeah, like I've mentioned the eye up here and then the eye on here. Like, why is there an eye here? Like, why is the map the place where this random drawn eye appears in the corner? Especially when there's always an eye up there, which goes to the same place. I suspect it's because in designing the game, at first it was like the kind of imagined way of interacting in the game, the map was more central to the whole experience. And so this was almost like the starting interface. It's like, well, we're going to have this eye to get to that eye screen. But then it was like, well, actually, we need to be able to get there from other places. So then they added this to the top. I think that's the way it's kind of evolved. And then it turns out, actually, the player doesn't really spend much time on the map screen at all. Because it's not the most useful view. But yes, anyway. And I guess also just like, that is redundant with this. I can see what time it is because I can see it down here on the timeline that I'm on. Don't need the time up there. But actually I think a lot of that has been cleared out, like kind of things being near each other but having different kinds of behaviors. Or not necessarily near each other, but also just like looking the same as each other, etc. Anyway. Where are we going next? It's like 15 minutes and 0 progress. We are going to figure out where Asia was. Well, okay, so it's then that you died. The thing is, I think you were doing stuff. I think you were with you. This is where you see Canan running off towards the jungle entrance. Yeah, I think that other person's there that we don't have the name of. So, how do I deal with that? Well, we've got their surname actually. We don't have their picture. Is the main thing, the main problem. So I'm not sure I can fill any of this in yet. What else could I figure in? So Dita's here, secluded beach. But then you also head to the... it'd be good to... Okay, so here's another thing. It'd be good to know whether I have seen this person in a like partial memory thing, whatever it's called, in a particular space. Because I'm pretty sure I have here, but I'd have to go to here and go, well, I think at the jungle entrance at that time. Is that the same time? Like 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock. We've got a partial thing using this, I believe. And I believe Dita's there, yeah. So I know where you are from the partial memory. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It could even have the letters in it, couldn't it? Because I do know where that person is, I just don't have the scene. I don't have the whole scene. I just have a partial one. So in fact, yeah, it would probably just say, like, somehow indicated that it is only partial, but I do know where they were. And like, yeah, it needs to be indicated quite strongly because these are all like solid colors and they're all different colors. So it's have to somehow stand out so that I can also visibly, like, kind of quickly see, oh, which ones are the missing scenes, so that I can still fill them in, or like the partial scenes. But I think we know where you are, and you are. Yep. So So it actually doesn't leave a whole lot of stuff to be still figuring out. Like this stuff, unsure about. This stuff, unsure about. Oh, I guess it could also include the little symbol on the number on here to say like whether there's still clues. Because if, for example, I got this situation and I can see some like ones on here and here, that would make me go, oh, maybe there is a clue in those scenes that tells me about this one. And there might be, and I guess I could still check them. So we've got this thing here, which I think we can't do because we don't have a photo of that person. This bit here, which I think we can't do because of that we don't have that person. This bit that maybe we can figure something out about. And then I guess next, other than that, is figuring out like Loon after that point and Canaan after that point. Let's look at these scenes around here then. So I think I'm pretty sure it just says they leave together. I think it's actually early, isn't it? What have you done, you silly man? Teresa McIntyre storms off, followed by Dieter von Gundren. Followed by... I guess it's not necessarily together. Is it possible that... When does Jiro get there? Yeah, maybe I'm like misunderstanding and actually... Actually, no, okay, so no, there isn't a previous scene. When does Jiro leave? Actually, where is Jiro at the time? That's a good question. Jiro is here in the library speaking to Edward. Okay, so there's not going to be a scene with Jiro. There potentially is a scene with those two, Teresa and Dieter. Or Teresa's just gone off on her own, but not to her room. She's somewhere else. But by the next scene, Jiro has gone to her. What about you? Is there any clue here? Sprints onto the sand. So somehow you've seen this happening. So maybe you're outside, but maybe you've seen something through a window. But the secluded beach is secluded, so you wouldn't be able to see that very easily, right? Yeah, I don't have much of a clue about where they were. Do I have items for either of them? I sort of forget who's got which items. I can see that owner here, but I can't see who's got them. I've still never identified the owner of that. Well, Teresa put the photograph down. It's the only item she's held, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure any of the others are there. So, unless there's like, let's look back here again, I guess. Yeah, I wish there was more information about what they were doing, or where they were. Maybe we try and follow this then? Oh no, we can't follow this, sorry. Maybe try and follow this then. So Loon was in the study. This is when you found your dad. And then when do you disappear, Loon? Here. Scrolling's a bit janky at the moment. And it's decided that I'm coming with you, Kenan. But that changes, doesn't it? No, it doesn't change. Okay. So... Right, she was going to do something else, but then she decides to go with Kenan. Fetch your mother and Jiro. Fetch your mother and Jiro. Where were they last? Mother's here. Jiro died, right? Yes, in that scene. So I think veranda, Loon, Goodwill... what time is it? So the next hour, 4 o'clock. Veranda. Kenan, Loon, Teresa. Jiro's dead. Who else is there? Do I have items for any of these people? Who's taken the empty blue vial? Somebody did, right? Yeah, I'm still having an element of like, it's a bit confusing to figure out. So that was in the study. Let's go to the study. That was Jiro and Kanan. Pockets it. Jiro has the... Okay, well, it doesn't help. Well, he's in the room, so maybe somebody picks it up. But veranda? It's possible. Nah. Okay. I mean, she's not still there by herself, right? No. But I don't have an item that is on her either. That's the annoying thing. I mean, let's double check that she is still veranda. She's just standing there, right? Or does she run off somewhere? Yeah, she's standing there screaming. But possibly she's been like kidnapped by the people that shot him or something. So that's Loon and Teresa, yeah, and Kanan. Oh no, my like 3 things that I thought I might be able to make progress on. She is there, and we didn't get her. There's nothing happening at this time, so there is something happening in the veranda at the next hour. And it almost certainly involves you 3. And nobody else went with you. Where's Dieter at this time? Dieter is... We're not sure. And it's possible he shows up as well. Oh no, that was all my leads. And then Cynthia, you went down into the thing. Descends into the darkness. Which is why we thought, oh, okay, it's a secret companionway. That's what that is, right? But then there's nothing there. What's it called? A companionway? Luke Sterling, Rose Goodwill scramble out to the observation deck. Yeah, we've seen that. This isn't just travel, it sits atop a reinforced structure, a war bunker. Is the war bunker a separate thing? I don't think so. No. Can we get any sense, because then Teresa shows up again here at the boathouse. Can we get any sense of where you were? They stumble into the boathouse. Okay, where were you previously? Apparently there's 2 things I can get from this. Is it just where they go next? But they're on the boat, right? So who's here? You 4. Where's Loon at the end of this? Scream kicking, forgive me. Hoist her over his shoulder. Okay, on Lucas's shoulder. I don't have that location. You just left. You're in the water. Unless it counts as you still being here, but I doubt it, right? Like you, and you. Yeah. Nothing happened here at this hour. So potentially there's another location to get. Oof. Okay, how to break out of this bit. You went into the underground place, but apparently don't show up there. You somehow get from here to here. Oh yeah, the numbers on here would be very useful, but I guess we don't have them. There's a 2 back here as well, apparently. And it must be 2 that I haven't seen. Where are they? The boathouse is still empty, yeah. I don't know whether it still shows 2 even if I don't have the place that I'm looking for. There's a 2 here as well. Kanan's already in the study. Does that help me with anything? So study... Oh, sorry. Kenan, yeah, study. So this is the scene where, yeah. Wrestling the weapon. What's the weapon here? Rifle. Well, we don't have that as a thing. Don't we have... Hold on. Who does Lucas Sterling have the binoculars? I think he does. Oh, but we haven't assigned an owner. Okay, where did you get those binoculars? It was, so Lucas Sterling. It was at the guest house. No, the workers' quarters. Yes. So, I mean, I guess it's one of the workers, but that feels like I'm still guessing between multiple people. I could just do it to unblock myself, I guess. Wait. When did it say Ludwig? That man, Ludwig Harry, carries himself like a king, not a common bandit. Is he infamous enough to be in the papers? I need to call Armand about the distress call on the phone anyway. I'll ask him to check the archives for Captain Harrow as well. Wait, what the heck is this? Was that always there? Did I somehow miss it? It's Delphine, listen carefully. I have a phonetic... We're going to get a photo now. Phonetic transcription of a call made from the plantation in Malay. I was wondering if you could translate. Goodwill, Matty, British Navy. Delphine sighed. My Malay is rusty, but Matty means dead. It sounds like he was claiming Jeremiah Goodwill was murdered by pirates and requested immediate assistance from the British Navy. They were due to have arrived by 9 o'clock the next morning. Efficient. He painted the picture of a massacre to ensure a swift, lethal response. I have another request while I have you. It's going to sound very strange, but bear with him. Bear with him? Bear with me? The leader of these pirates was a man named Ludwig Harrow. I was hoping beyond hope that there might be some information about him somewhere. Harrow is startling. He's a legend, Delphine, not for piracy, but for the war. He led a guerrilla unit against the Japanese occupation, saved hundreds from the Sandakan death marches. What the heck? Was this here before? I swear it wasn't. He's a hero in the history books. To find him here, playing the villain before his time, fascinating. I have his service photo from the archives. I'll send it over to you. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Armand. Maybe that's been added because there's like another place where Ludwig shows up. And I just haven't found it yet. I would have clicked on it, right? I wouldn't have missed it saying Ludwig. Or Ludwig. Okay. Well... that changes things massively. Oh, in fact, we don't even have to put your name in there because I guess we know. Okay, well, that's going to unblock us massively. So here, I can't click like that, obviously. Well, I mean, I could do it like this, click on the dining room and then click along. Now, who was there? Like almost everybody. So you were there, 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 you were there. I think Canon did show up, and maybe even here. So you were there, you were there, Jill was there. I think only Asia wasn't there. Maybe you weren't there yet. There we go. My instincts tell me I've uncovered everything there is to see in this location. Okay, it's the dining room door, and the reigning hours hold no secrets. A hush falls over the room as the doors fly open. A tall white man, Ludwig Harrow, strides in. Two rough-looking locals are standing outside the room, guarding the door. He is heavily armed. Sorry to crash the party, folks. Don't mind me. He's about to stand up, but Jiro Tanaka puts his hand on his shoulder. Quietly, don't. This is Harrow. You do not want to mess with him, trust me. What are you doing here? How did you get in? Where is Canon? Sit down, Jeremiah Goodwill. Canon is not coming in. Canon is not coming. What did you do to him? He'd best be alive. Your guard dog is taking a nap, but he's fine, so he's been knocked out. One of your young servants is tending to him. Okay, so Ace is with him. Probably. I'm just here for what's mine. You missed the deadline. I mean, I would have guessed that anyway, right? Since they're both missing here as well. Canon and Acia, yep. We knew they were together. So I think Canon's confronted Harrow over here, got knocked out, and they're still together. So it's possible actually for this time they are just still at the jungle entrance but by themselves. I only just got back from Sandakan. I need more time. Oh, sorry. Just here for what's mine. You missed the deadline, Jeremiah Goodwill. I only just got back from Sandakan. I need more time. I don't care about your excuses. Ludwig Harrow walks over to Rose Goodwill and Cynthia Seville. Excuse my intrusion, ladies. I wish we could have met under better circumstances, but your man here doesn't pay his debts. Rose Goodwill growls at him. Cynthia Seville just looks down. Ludwig Harrow pulls out a cigarette. He pats his pockets. Anyone got a light? Jeremiah Goodwill hesitates, then reaches into his pocket and pulls out his lighter. He flicks it open and offers the flame. Ludwig Harrow, inhaling deeply. Thank you. Ludwig Harrow takes the lighter from Jeremiah Goodwill's hand. He turns it over, admiring the gold plating. Nice piece, solid. I'll take this as a down payment. He slips the lighter into his own pocket. I want my money soon, Jeremiah Goodwill, or I burn this whole place to the ground. Bowing theatrically to the table, my apologies for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. Please resume the festivities. Ludwig Harrow turns and marches out, his laughter trailing behind him. And of course, that took an entire hour. Okay, we've got you. So this is going to change a lot of things. What was the situation with you? You were meeting, that shaman. Yeah, we don't have. But okay, so here, we're going to do this, then jungle entrance here, you three. Oh. Wait, how am I on the guest house? I clicked jungle entrance, didn't I? Whatever. Okay, that was correct. Kanan moves silently through the dense foliage, his weapon drawn. He spots movement ahead, a group of armed men waiting in the clearing. Pirates, I knew it. Did he just see them or something? He unsheaths his blade, ready to strike. A heavy blow strikes the back of his head. Pain explodes behind his eyes, and the world tilts sideways. Kanan crumbles to the ground, his blade slipping from his grasp. He looks up, vision blurring, to see a tall man towering over him. So Ludwig says, clumsy work, old son. A trained man like you should know to keep eyes in the back of his head at all times. Ludwig Harrow raises his pistol, aiming specifically between Kanan's eyes. Hold your hands, says Aesir. Okay. Aesir steps out from the shadows of the trees. Ah, the little canary. Have you a weakness for the stray dog then? He is nothing but a bullet now. He is nothing, but a bullet now will rouse the whole plantation. That's one of those situations where grammatically, he is nothing but a. It's like a common bit of grammar. I think I'd put a comma, to break up the phrase. He's nothing but a. Into he is nothing, but a bullet now will rouse the whole plantation. The gunshot will echo from the cliffs to the very veranda. Okay, just in case I didn't have the veranda yet. Lowers the gun slightly, a fair reckoning. Tie him up, leave him here, he can't stop you. Ludwig Harrow just stares at her for a second, calculating his move. Very well, but if this bites me, my girl, you'll be the one bleeding for it. This is classic, bad guy makes a silly mistake. And it's their downfall or whatever. Ludwig Harrow signals his men, they start walking silently towards the plantation. Okay, so in the next scene, we're expecting it's just you two. Yep. Aesir kneels beside Kanan, her hands trembling as she cuts the ropes binding his wrists. I thought I could control this, but they are monsters. Okay, so you've suddenly had a change of heart, I guess. Aesir checks Kanan's before you were like, you're gonna be the first one to bleed when they come in and kill everybody in this place, and now you're like, oh, turns out they're monsters. Okay. Aesir checks Kanan's pulse, relieved when she finds a faint heartbeat. She helps him sit up against the tree. In the distance, a tall figure strikes out from the entrance of the main bungalow towards the railway. The main bungalow? What is that? Towards the railway is the pirate captain and his men. I mean, I know what a bungalow is, but I don't know what the main bungalow is. Main bungalow. Like, the main building here is this, and that's not a bungalow. It's clearly got more than one floor. And maybe one of these? Let's just go back. In the distance, tall figure strikes out from the entrance of the main bungalow towards the railway. There's the pirate captain and his men. Wait, where is Ludwig right now? Isn't this the dining room scene? Yes. Oh, so you're seeing them leave the dining room, which is in their bungalow? Okay. Ludwig is not going back to the jungle, he's going to the tracks. Why? What is he planning? Well, he burns it, doesn't he? Aesir darts off into the night, following the men. Okay, here we go. Things are happening now. We're filling stuff in. Look at this. So, Canon does show up at the thing. So you've left Canon by himself here, right? Yes, following the man. So the railway now, you and potentially some extra people on your team. I need to change to the railway. Yes. This is not one we've seen, right? This is new. ACO emerges from tall grass to see we might have seen Ludwig's side of this. To see Ludwig Harrow standing by the old steam engine, his men are dousing the wooden carriages with kerosene. What are you doing? This is madness. Why destroy the steam engine? You scared, Goodwill? You'll get what you want. But she was definitely before like, oh, you'll be the first to die when they slaughter everybody. Whereas now she's acting like, oh, all she wants to do is scare everybody. I mean, I guess maybe she said that to scare them. Okay, I think I can get that. I now have to like reevaluate what she said before, given what I now know. Like, why would she say that? And I guess she's just trying to scare Canon. Ludwig Harrow, I have a distaste for loose ends. I'm a man who believes in a bit of insurance. This iron road, I think we've read this before. Yeah. It's a double-edged blade. It's the quickest route for your master to bolt or for the armed constabulary to send their regards in a hurry. I prefer my guests to stay put and my enemies to walk. Ludwig Harrow tosses his lit cigar onto a kerosene-soaked carriage. With a roar, the cart ignites, flames leaping into the night sky. Acia stares in shock as the fire reflects in her wide eyes. Look alive, man. Let's go. Acia screams and jumps on Ludwig Harrow, grabbing his blade. One of his men shoots her before she can strike. Ludwig Harrow gestures to his men to leave her as he kneels down to grab his blade back. Not a bad attempt, little bird. Okay, because he also said canary before. You have some gumption about you. Acia is keeling over, grabbing her side. She starts to crawl towards the secluded beach, leaving a trail of blood behind her. Ludwig Harrow gestures to his men to make their way back to the darkness of the jungle entrance as he watches her go. One thing that keeps coming to mind is I'm getting a very strong, like, this might seem like a strange comparison, but like Quentin Tarantino vibe from this story. I could imagine it being a Quentin Tarantino film, for sure. Like I guess it's that combination of it's it's dark, it's violent, it's tense. There's a lot of characters, and there's I don't know. There's some aspects of the characters feel quite Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Like Ace is reminding me of who specifically? Like maybe like I can't remember any characters' names, but the lady in Inglourious Bastards, kinda, but like not in terms of what she's doing or anything, but just something about the type of character in a way. I don't know if that comparison does make any sense, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. And then Ludwig's like, speaking of the same film, like the what's his name? I can't remember stuff just off the top of my head. The Nazi guy, but like in the sense that he's like there's a kind of realism, but also a cartooniness to it at the same time. I think that's part of what the vibe I'm getting is. It's like a little bit like exaggerated, and he does evil things, like throws his cigar onto the kerosene-soaked carriage. Like, you can imagine that as like a scene with the flames going up or whatever. And yeah, and also it's like we're jumping between different scenes with different people, and it's like leading towards some kind of tense conflict at the end of all these characters like swirling around each other, which I guess actually that kind of feels a bit more like Coen Brothers to me. The kind of like multiple storylines coalescing into some like big dramatic situation at the end or whatever. But then I guess it all feels like one thing really in this story. I don't know. It's just things that are coming to mind. Where did we get to? Asia is killing over. Did we read all this? Back to the darkness of the jungle entrance as he watches her go. Okay, so do we now have her death on here? No. Curiously, as he watches her go. Oh, sorry. She starts to crawl towards the secluded beach. I must have not been focusing when I read that, or I didn't read it. Leaving a trail of blood behind us. So then Asia is at the secluded beach, and then Dita goes there. Yes, then, but it might be just you. We could do that and then click here. It's just you. Okay. Death on the beach. My instincts tell me I've uncovered everything there is to see in this location. The remaining hours hold no secrets. Okay, it's all getting cleared out now, isn't it? Asia stumbles out the jungle path onto the sand, clutching aside. A dark stain is... I can also imagine... what's his face? Ennio Morricone music over a lot of this, which is also making me think of Quentin Tarantino. A dark stain is spreading rapidly across her white uniform. She collapses near a set of caves in the limestone, her breathing ragged and shallow. Dita? Dita? There is no Dita von Guntram. Okay. Interesting, so why are you saying it? Weird that flickers when I click on the name. What? The beach is empty, there is no Dita von Guntram. You said you would be here, okay. Wait by the rocks, you said. We will sail away, you promised. Okay, so she was going to sail away with Dita, but didn't Dita have a crush on Teresa? Or is that just, like, not true? Maybe that's just rumor. She tries to crawl towards the water, but her strength fails her. Her hand falls limp to the sand as the tide gently laps at her feet, and the life fades from her. So what was Dita doing right now? Well, then he rushes there. Asia, no, okay. This wasn't supposed to happen. Yep. So those two are going to escape together, I guess. But you're dead. Yeah, it's interesting how much this then gets filled in. This view is so good. It's so much better because we can see all this getting filled in. Like that's our progress bar. I mean, I guess you could say the same is true here, but you don't know how many greys there are here. And I guess you don't know how many reds there are here, but you know they're all at the end. I'm assuming somebody doesn't come back to life after being dead. So yeah, there's like something very satisfying about this view. So hold on, okay, so we still don't know exactly where you were then though. Like, could it be that they're just like outside on the croquet court or something? But maybe they're not together, I'm not sure. Well, so you headed then towards the jungle entrance. Can I just do you? No. Okay. Is Dita with you or something? I mean, this is a bit of a guess, but no, okay. It was a bit of a guess. Oh, I mean, I guess I can do this. Oh, so you're not even there yet. Okay. You're not even there yet. So wait, but you were heading there. Well, he gestures his men to make their way back to the darkness of the jungle entrance as he watches it go. I guess he... Does he stay? Is he still here at this point? No. Oh, it's possible Dita showed up and then he, like, said something about, oh, I just killed Asia, blah, 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 blah. That's feeling like it might be true. Nope. There's no reason she would be there. Is there? And suddenly she's like, with Jiro. That would seem... Teresa, are you sure no one saw us? Trying Dita, forget him, he's evil, is what I've learned tonight. I think, yeah, you've just talked to each other, so you're definitely together. Are you sure no one saw us? So they must have been somewhere. Her room and the dining room. Well, they're in the same place, aren't they? No. Where is her room? Oh, over here. Maybe it's the croquet lawn. Maybe we just do it by... Wait, where am I looking? Here? Yeah. Okay, you two here. No, nothing happened here at this hour. Okay. Probably aren't many locations it could be. Veranda, worker quarters, secret companionway unlikely, railway unlikely, I think. Unless they both went there, but like, did they see the burning? Because the burning has started. Kitchen, but then that doesn't make sense that she would suddenly be at her room after that. Kitchen, guest house, clubhouse, chapel unlikely, bones room unlikely, boathouse unlikely. So, I mean, I think it's quite likely that they are just in the veranda, but there's no clue towards it. It's my issue, I think. Unless does somebody else see them or something like that? I do wish there was a Control F. Really wish there was. I'm afraid I was taken off guard and knocked unconscious by the jungle entrance. I guess I must have read that already, but I don't remember reading it. I'm really sorry, that's terrible. But yes, we are alright. What, just like moving on so quickly? To understand, we had bloody thirsty pirates on the premises and you're acting as if nothing happened. I need to call for reinforcements. We need to secure the premises. We need to... There's no urgency. Yep, no urgency at all. So it's just, where the heck are you two? Not at Teresa's room. I already checked that, right? I mean, let's double check that. Yeah, well, there's nothing there. I mean, let's just guess veranda. You two here? Yeah, it's a guess, but I couldn't find a clue for it, so I don't know. If there is a clue, I missed it. Teresa McIntyre and Dieter von Gundrum. Like, I don't want to have to guess a thing. That felt like a guess. I didn't want to do it. It felt dissatisfying because I guessed. But like, it might be that I just missed a clue. If it isn't that I just missed a clue and I was supposed to just guess, then it'd be nice if there were... I mean, either way, I guess it'd be nice if there were more clues. Like, even if there is a clue somewhere, it seems like it's hard to find that clue, so... like, having multiple references to something would be very useful. Teresa McIntyre and Dieter von Gundrum. Oh, should we save this for next time? Yeah, let's save this for next time. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is good. We've been filling out this. Canan... Wait, we should be able to do that, right? You're just knocked out here. Did that not work somehow? Oh, did I need to... no, you were at the railway. No, we'll look at that next time. Okay, so we'll read this, and then we'll take a look at that missing scene for Canan. Right, see you then. Goodbye.